My name is Lady Gifty Tetteh. I'm a barrister by profession, and I'm head of chambers at Chambers of Gifty Tetteh. Initially, it was my dad who kept hounding me on doing the Ghana bar. I thought I had done the English bar and I practice here, so what do you mean the Ghana bar? I mean, what would that get me? But he insisted, so I thought, okay, fine. Just to get him off my back, I must admit, I initially thought, let me just go and do this for this man so he could leave me alone. And I then decided to do it. I decided to do it quite a while back, but with practice here and being new at the bar and everything else, I wasn't able to do it at the time I had planned. Eventually, the actual time when I could do it came, and I went to do it. But on getting to Ghana, I thought, oh my God, this is good. I'm glad I did this, So I went to my dad and I thought, I've done it for you, here's your certificate, but I'm happy I did it. It gives you an insight to where you're from. It's like anything else. It has its difficult times and its advantages and disadvantages. Setting up a company in Ghana, it's not so much difficult. You can say I've got a company on paper, but in actual fact, having an office, managing the office, getting people in there, actually practicing law is the difficult side. It was a bit challenging, but thank God I have a good family who are very supportive, and I think that helps. If you have someone you can, call on every now and then, and you're daring as well. Obviously, getting all the strength from God, of course, is first. It wasn't as easy as I thought, because the plan was, as soon as I had finished the Ghana bar, which was in 2003, set up chambers. But I didn't set up chambers until 2006. So it wasn't that straightforward. It took quite a bit of work. You have to research into the system. You have to research into the kind of people you'll be working with. You have to research into the areas that are relevant to your particular practice. I don't believe in being a master of, a jack of all trades, master of none. So do you want to go into the normal local land law cases? Do you want to do company or commercial stuff? Do you want to take on offshore cases? You have to look into all of that and what you're comfortable with or what your area of practice is in. So you have to do all of those researches, and that's the difficult side. The challenges were, you had an option. Do I go and join another chambers and practice because I now have right of audience? Do I set up my own? If I set up my own, who am I going to work with? You have there are a whole lot of challenges facing you. You have issues about, they have this thing in Ghana about senior barristers and senior lawyers. You go and succumb to one of these people and say, teach me the ropes of the job, or what do you do? Although it's the English legal system, they run things there slightly different from what we do up here. So in other words, if I have a case here, I've been instructed by a solicitor, because I'm a barrister, I'm instructed by a solicitor who have taken details of the client's statement, etc. I'm instructed, I go and I do the advocacy side of things. In Ghana, on the other hand, is fused. So you're the solicitor, at the same time the barrister. So you have to put on a different cap to deal with it. Here, as barristers, we're not, according to the code of conduct, supposed to take statements directly from clients. In Ghana, you have to take statements from clients. So even the technicalities are against you to start with. You have to tune your mind to say, I can do this, I'm allowed to do this, I'm not breaching the code of conduct, I can do this. You have to do the paperwork as well as go to court to present it. on one hand, it can be challenging, trying to get all the information and everything together, thinking I'm not breaching any code, or I can probe more into this area of questioning without breaching the code, because you're thinking at the back of your head, or if I go and stand on my feet and I'm doing the advocacy and something comes up, there's no solicitor behind me to say, what did the client say in this file, or, you know, conflict of interest. All of that plays up in your mind. So that's some of the challenges one faces. The other is procedure. It's very, very difficult to follow to the latter what you've learned here. And this is one of my dreams, that we can go to Ghana and give what we've learned in terms of procedure, how to do things the way it should be done. They have their own system, but when you look at it carefully, it's not very, very helpful. And I'm not running them down, but that's what they've done before I was born, and it's worked for them so far. Oh, that's endless. There is so much. There's so much opportunities. And when I speak to the young, up-and-coming Ghanaians, this is what I tell them. You can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You just have to have God on your side, and you have to be headstrong to do it. You must want it, though, to be able to do it, because sometimes you meet all these obstacles, and if you're not strong enough, or this is not what you want to do, you will give up. But there's so many opportunities in Ghana. You can now go and do the Ghana bar, and you have the right of audience. But the good thing for barristers, I'm not sure how it works for solicitors, but for us barristers, we now have the Commonwealth and International Bar have set a regulation that allows lawyers, students who call to the bar to hold themselves out as lawyers in Ghana, even without doing pupillage. And pupillage is a gold dust, so it's impossible to get it, almost impossible. When you get it, then of course you can hold yourself out as a lawyer. But what they've done now to assist the Commonwealth students or candidates is they allow you now to hold yourself out as a lawyer in your Commonwealth country, even if you haven't done pupillage, for the purpose of English law. And I say English law because that's the only law you'll be able to practice if you're in Ghana. If you want to go beyond that and of course have right of audience in the course, you would have to do the Ghana bar or the Ghana post call. I think it's going to be 1 year very soon. At the moment it's still 3 months. Once you've done that, you have a bigger advantage, I say, because you have international companies in Ghana, and when they find out that you're already calling the English bar, it's a plus for you. So you have, if they have issues to do with offshore cases or English cases or foreign cases, you can be the one they will call on, because you have the experience of here, the UK law, as well as the Ghana law, because you've done the Ghana bar. So I say there's so many opportunities. I would say now is the time. If you've been thinking about it all this time, and if you have your business plan that's gathering dust on your shelf, now is the time to pick it up, flip it open, and get it running with it. We have so many opportunities now. Ghana, as most people would know, is now very stable. Our economy is doing very well, and other African countries are looking up to us. We've sort of set a pace for few things. We now know about this new oil deal that we've got. So because of that, we have a lot of companies going back to invest in Ghana. And I think it's time for us, the Ghanaian, to actually get back and do something with our lives. It will work. It takes a lot of, determination and hard work, but it will pay off. I have every confidence it will. Because if somebody from this part of the world who is not Ghanaian can go and get it to work, why can't you, the Ghanaian, go and get it to work? It just takes a lot of determination and hard work, and it is possible.